Hey guys, so I've never done a go live before, and I've had or seen, I guess, people do this, and so I thought I'd try it out tonight. Um, get a lot of questions all the time about people wanting to, ask me questions, do a Q&A session, something like that. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And looks like I got some people coming in. Let's see, I got to show some chat here, kind of see how this works. How's everybody doing tonight? So how do I show the chat? It's kind of silly. I wonder if I have to look at it on my computer. I'm doing this on my iPad, so that's why this is kind of funny. Let's see what this does here. Let's see. Got 4 people. Let's see. Somebody type something to me. Ask me a question. See what it does. Ah, there we go. JMVP. How's it going? It's going well. Now it's just showing up. So thanks. Rodrigo Philho, is that your name? It's pretty good. So I got a little mail I can show off while I'm live here. Thought I'd show off a few things I've gotten in the last couple days. I've been working on the Panini Legend set, and it's right here. It's my newest one. It's Warren Spahn, numbered to 15, and I now only need 3 cards for that set, so I'm getting pretty close. I'm coming in crystal clear. All right, thanks, Jay. Or John. John Michael. Okay, next I got for my Cy Young auto collection. All right, Snoop, you can just watch. That's fine. CC Sabathia for my Cy Young award winner. This is much harder to do when you know you're live because, I don't know, if you're doing it, I did hear about the Zach Greinke, Pat Neshek situation, by the way, Zach. When I'm doing this as just a video, making a video, if I screw up, I just turn it off and screw it, right? But right now it's, no prep time. You just kind of wing it. But CC is a Cy Young Award winner back for the Indians, so I got an autograph of him. This one's numbered to 100. So I'm down to like 5 or 6 of those guys. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? Oh, you're against me, huh? All right. What team's going to win tomorrow? In what sport, Rodrigo? Wish I could kind of see stuff if I'm not paying attention. Well, Rodrigo, there's a lot of teams playing baseball. So I don't know which game you're talking about, but so I've been getting some questions from a lot of guys about what sets I'm working on right now, and so right now I'm kind of working on a bunch of stuff. I created this spreadsheet where I had a list of all the things that I was kind of working on, so it would keep me focused. And it was at 181 items is what I started with when I said, all right, fine, just put it all down and get it on one place. And it was 181 items. It's now down to 116 items about 2 months later. So I've been really plowing away at it, but it's gotten pricey. Right now I'm working on a couple of Hall of Fame registries, set registries, 1960 tops. I'm down to 2 cards that I need for that. I need Roberto Clemente, which really I'm looking at maybe like a 4 on his. Would be willing to take a 4 for the Clemente. And I need a Yankees coach's card, because it has Bill Dickey on it, another Hall of Fame player. For the 1973 tops, which is the year I was born, I'm doing the Hall of Fame set registry for that as well. And it is down to 2 cards. I need 2 manager cards. One is Red Schiendienst, and I can never say that right. So he was the Cardinals manager in 1973, so he has a manager card, and Eddie Matthews was the manager for the Braves. So he has a manager card. Those are the only two I need. And really, they're not even on the registry. They're just extras that I think should be on the registry because they're Hall of Famers and they're on a 1973 Topps card. So I think they need to be on there. Let's see what else. I'm doing 5-star Hall of Fame autographs, kind of that base auto that they have for the 5-star sets. And there's 50-something of them. Hold on, I'll tell you. I have my spreadsheet up so I can always kind of look stuff. If I get questions from anybody, I can look up what I have and what I need. What did I think of what, Zach? Yes, Clemente is expensive. He's always expensive. On the 5-star stuff, there's 47 different Hall of Famers that have an autograph in one of the years. And it started in 2012 through 2016. 2017 hasn't come out yet. There's 47 of them. I have 33 of the Hall of Famers that had an auto at some point. Some of them have one. Oh, yeah, we'll talk Greinke and Neshek in just a second, Zach. Some of them only have 1 year that they had an autograph. Others have every year they've had an autograph. So I'm trying to get all of them, honestly. But for now, my real focus is just get one of every player. And the ones that I need are really, God, they're just freaking expensive. Hold on. I need Ernie Banks, who only had 2 years, and they were both short printed. I need Wade Boggs, who only had 1 year. Bob Gibson, who's expensive. Griffey, Gwynn, Ricky Henderson, Sandy Koufax, Pedro Martinez, Greg Maddux, Willie Mays, Stan Musial, Mike Piazza, Cal Ripken, Tom Seaver. So all of those guys are crazy expensive. So I'm still looking for them and being very, very, very patient in trying to get that. So Neshek and Greinke. So if you haven't heard the story, Pat Neshek, who is from what Mike O says and other guys, is an amazing TTM guy. Send him anything, he'll sign it, because he is apparently a huge collector. He's trying to collect all sorts of sets and get them completely signed by every player. I think his oldest one he's trying to complete is 1985 Topps. So he's got this collection going on, and he went to Zach Greinke at the All-Star game and basically said, hey man, I got some things I need you to sign. Would you mind doing it? And that happens all the time in the major leagues. There are guys that basically, they're fanboys too sometimes, and so they'll just send stuff across to the other clubhouse and have them sign it, and no big deal. Usually not a big deal. I mean, if you're a major league player signing for another major league player, you got to be a pretty big douchebag not to, help out another guy. I mean, come on. How long does it take? 2 seconds? So it's just not that big a deal to me. It shouldn't be. Well, apparently it is to Zach Greinke, who, I don't know, 10 years ago or so was suffering from some major anxiety attacks or whatever. He had a hard time dealing with people. So he told Neshek at the All-Star game this year, yes, I'll sign for you. And when they finally played against each other, Neshek, I think, is with the Rockies, and Greinke's with the Diamondbacks, obviously. So they played each other, and Neshek sent some stuff over, and he said, nope, not going to do it. And if you read about the conversations and arguments, basically it was, no, I never told you I would sign, and he said yes. It's like, come on. And Neshek's, kind of throwing him under the bus a little bit. Does that mean Greinke should be a jerk? No, but it is funny to watch all this play out in social media and on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So if you ever ask me, guys, for an autograph, I promise you I will sign it for you. If you need an autograph from me, you don't have to worry about me not signing it. I will say yes. So any other topics? Throw them out there. I got 8 folks watching, so throw me some stuff. So I also do the going back to sets that I'm working on and where I'm at on them. because Bill had asked me that again. Hoff Collector. If you don't follow Hoff Collector, you're missing out because his stuff's awesome. But I'm doing, again, I did the Immaculate Mark set last year. And it was a autograph set with mostly Hall of Famers. It's got Clemens and Bonds in it, who, in my opinion, will be in the Hall of Fame someday. Probably not next year, but really soon they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. And they deserve to be. They're the greatest hitter and pitcher of their era, and certainly the greatest that I've ever seen live. And I've seen a lot of great players, and, you know, don't get me started on the whole roids thing. I have very, let's just call it, significant opinions on that and how it works. So, anyway, I'm doing I agree, Anthony, that's right. They think they're on a pedestal when they don't sign. That was Anthony's question. So, on the Immaculate Marks, I did all the regular ones. There were 25 cards in the set, but I think one guy, Bruce Sutter, didn't sign, so there's really 24. I got all of those, and then on the red, which is the parallel of that, mostly numbered to 25, but a couple of them, Bonds is numbered to 10, I think. That's the only one that's not numbered to 25. I'm missing 7 cards for that. Bonds, Will Clark, Roger Clemens, Don Mattingly, Dale Murphy, and who else? Brooks Robinson, Ryan Sandberg. So that's all I'm missing there. So not very many of those left to get. So I got asked, what's my favorite Hall of Fame card? Is that the question? So I don't really have a favorite Hall of Fame card. Because quite frankly, I have so many. It's hard to have a favorite. I love them all. I'm doing the top 300 set, which has iconic cards from the entire history of card collecting, and it's really cool. So I don't think I have a favorite. Is my Babe Ruth being authenticated? Zach asks. No, it's not. Man, I'm getting lots of questions. Did I bitch class? Okay, I'm just going to try to keep up because, again, this is my first time going live, so I'm going to answer the question. Is my Babe Ruth being authenticated? No. I am going to do it. I did finally, break down, I guess, and decide that I'm going to do it. And mainly it's because it's Babe freaking Ruth. If it was, Don Sutton, I wouldn't, first of all, it wouldn't cost that much and I wouldn't care, but it's Babe Ruth. And I want it slabbed. It really needs to be slabbed for protection. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send it in and get it slabbed. It's a gorgeous autograph. If you remember seeing that video that I did, it's beautiful. Should get an 8 at least, I would think. Maybe a 9 or a 10, and that will definitely increase the value, even though it's $150 to get it authenticated again. And I have the certificate right here, full letter of authenticity. 150. Yankees cards, 150. What's funny is I don't know what the lag is. I don't know what the lag is from me talking or you and me seeing a question, if it's pretty, immediate or what. But $150 to get it slabbed. And that's just to get it slabbed. Then it's another $50 to get it graded. I'm sorry. Now I'm answering your question, Yankees cards. $50 extra to get the autograph graded. $150 to slab something they've already authenticated. Yes, they are giving me a hard time, John. John, you asked me a question earlier, and it went through the screen so fast I didn't get a chance to see it. So I don't know if you want to send that to me again or not. Trying to see if there's a way for me to go and watch my... okay, so Yankees cards, that's a good question. Do all cards cost that much? No. In fact, most of I'm sending in kind of a bundled thing. It's not just the Ruth that I'm sending in, and they're $10 to get slabbed and graded. So, no, That's not the normal price. It's simply because it's a premium item, which it is a premium item, but it doesn't mean I have to pay for premium items. But I wonder if I click on the actual live viewing on my computer and mute it, if I can see all the, if it's easier to see all the chatting going on, because it looks like everybody's chat. There we go. Yes, much better. Okay, I'm going to move this way so I can see better. It is weird to see myself, though. Okay. See, now I can go back and check it out. All right. Let's see. Rodrigo, if you're not going to talk baseball cards, what are you doing on here, man? Come on. Okay, so what else do you guys want to talk about? What else do you want to see? Happy to show you around the room if you want to see around the room. I can show you the bobbleheads. I got a new bobblehead. I can grab that. Let me grab that. Hold on. So one of my favorite Hall of Famers is this guy. He's with the Yankees. Number 4. Lou Gehrig. There he is. Pretty cheap, like $20. So that was a good deal. Lou Gehrig. I read the book. What was the biography that they did? I let somebody borrow it, so I don't have it here in my book collection. But The Luckiest Man Alive. That's what it is. Great book. Great read. You learn a lot about Gehrig. It really made me respect him even more as a player, and he was unbelievable. But living in this, or playing in the shadows of Babe Ruth all those years, unbelievable. So some guys wanted to see the cave. Well, so right there is that's the Ron Lewis piece, 500 home run hitters. Probably the most faked piece of memorabilia or stuff in the entire industry. And then you've got another Ron Lewis piece, which is the 3000 Hit Club up here. Ironically, if you freeze frame that later when you're watching this, you'll notice that there's more people signed than are pictured on there. For example, Cal Ripken's up there, Wade Boggs, Paul Molitor. So there's guys that aren't even on the picture that are there. I've got all my books up here, all my baseball books. I've got a signed Mantle, 16 by 20. A signed Mays, 16 by 20 of him doing the catch. All these little Prez Steel things around are also signed. So every one of those. Let's see, let me go this way. See if I can make this look good. Here's a couple of Hamilton jerseys. Signed, framed. I've got the case over here with my bobbleheads all on it. Got that case up there. On top of that shelf is my top 300 cards. My closet over here with 2 more signed Hamilton jerseys on it. And when I open up the closet, it's got all of my complete sets in there. All my other cards down there. Just commons and slabs and whatnot. Binders. More complete sets because I've run out of room. So there you go. Got stuff down on my desk down here that I'm kind of working on. These are all Hall of Fame slabs, autograph slabs. So there you go. That's kind of, there you go. Let's see. Hey, Mike. What's up, Mike? Let's see who else is on. I wonder if you can, I need Mike O to tell me, the great Mike O has graced us with his presence. I need to figure out how to see who's all on right now and kind of see Oldest set that I have. That's a good question, Kevin. The oldest set I have is a 73 Topps. So I have every year from the year I was born, 73, base top set to now. So however many years that is. So 73 is my oldest set. But I am going to start working my way back and just going 72, 71, 70. Not necessarily in that order. I'll just get them if I find them cheap enough. But I haven't really had the motivation to do that. How can you tell not who's watching? I bet Mike O knows. Hey, Mike, type in how you look and see who's watching you so you can talk to him. So I had an idea. Most of y'all know Ray from Philly, and Ray and I are trying to figure out a way to how to Skype with each other or do something where we can do kind of a joint video. Baseball Card Junkies TV, which is Nate, and they did a live thing the other day, and they do a bunch of episodes where they're just talking cards and talking about stuff. And I'd love to do something like that with. I've tried to do it with a guy local here. He's a great guy, and but he's kind of lost some love for the hobby. So Ray and I have very similar collecting interests. We have very similar personalities. We teach each other all the time, so we have a good time. So Fixed Image asks, do I think the Nationals will win the National League, the Washington Nationals? No, I do not. Believe it or not, I think the Dodgers are going to figure it out, and they are going to be the ones to win the National League. It'll be the Dodgers. They're just loaded, and they really mean to, get their stuff in order. They've really, God, the last 6 weeks or whatever, I don't think they've won 5 games, but all right. Oh, I got you. I know where you guys are going to be, Mike. Mike's saying that he watch for Saturday because Ray might be live on YouTube. Well, that's because I think they're going to some show near Philly, card show. The Cubs are winning the pennant again. That's an interesting idea. Who's going to win the American League? Because to me, it's pretty wide open. The Red Sox are tough. I think Chris Sale showed last night that he can dominate still. So the Red Sox are going to be very tough. The Twins just keep hanging around in that second wild card. And they may even beat the Yankees if they win. Ooh, Strohs, that's a good point. Oh, but the Cleveland, yeah. Cleveland won 1,000 games in a row or whatever they just did. 22, 23. Oh, what about the D-backs? Well, they have 2 things, Zach Greinke and Paul Goldschmidt. So they're dangerous. They could certainly, do some damage in the playoffs if they get past, what's it going to be, Diamondbacks, Rockies in the wild card. So pretty much. All right, what else? What about MVP? Who's going to win the MVP in the American League, National League? I think, I know they were talking about this the other day on Baseball Card Junkies TV, and it will be, I think, Altuve in the American League, and I think Paul Goldschmidt's going to win it in the National League. So that's my humble opinion. So I'm more of an old school guy. I mean, I follow baseball now all the time, but I have a real appreciation for the history of the game. When I was a kid, I used to just sit and read the baseball card encyclopedia because I thought it was fun. And, it's really, I love the stats and the magical numbers that baseball has. That 715 was a magical number for a long time, and 56-game hitting streak for Joe DiMaggio, and Ted Williams hitting 406 in 1941. Just all these historic numbers. Ty Cobb hits until Rose broke it. All those things, man, those are just things you followed all the time. Yes, you can overlook Stanton for MVP because, unfortunately, his team has just not done a very good job. They were hovering around 500, really making a run for the, nationally, one of the National League wildcard spots for a while, and then they just kind of blew it. So, all right. Let's talk old school. We'll keep talking about all the new stuff, and I feel bad because I know Baseball Card Junkies TV just did all this and talked about all this. So, if y'all want to talk about who's going to make the Hall of Fame this year, that's what I'd love to talk about. Kind of see who everybody thinks. Zach's funny. Zach says, I'll take the turd for Cy Young. He's talking about Zach Greinke because Pat Neshek called him a turd. Hey, Mike O, what do you think about the Pat Neshek, Zach Greinke feud that's going on? You have a lot of Neshek stuff, so that's pretty funny. So, somebody asked about stadiums. First of all, if you're on this video watching this and you have not seen the baseball series by Ken Burns, then you really need to get off this video and go turn that on right now and go watch it, because it's just fantastic, and you get to see how the game was played back then. I have a spreadsheet here. I'm trying to get to it. Can't see it right now, but I'm getting there, of all the different ballparks that I've been to. And I have been to 30 ballparks, 30 different ballparks. I still need 4 current ballparks that I need to go to. I need to go to the A's. It's funny, I had tickets for the A's Rangers, and I didn't get to go because... okay, 2 questions from Snoop in a second after I talk about some ballparks. Let me see what he's asking. All right, so who makes the binders that I have that snap and lock shut? So obviously you've seen that before, and you just saw them when I showed my closet. I found those in like an archival picture place. Somebody in a forum years ago pointed me in that direction, and just bought some because somebody showed them to me, and they had a link, and I've tried to find them again and cannot find them anywhere. I'm telling you, I don't know where you can get them now. I wish I could tell you. I'd love to tell you because they are pretty fantastic. It holds about 40 or 50 pages, but it really locks them up tight and really nice. Second question, what advice for YouTubers with small channels to help us grow? Well, I don't know. Have good stuff, I guess. It was funny, I was looking at who subscribed to me just today. I have 380 something subscribers, and I was thinking, there are some guys that I follow that have really good channels and have a lot of followers, and I'm wondering if they follow me and they watch, they're subscribed to me. And like Mike Fabian, Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, who I really like. I've never met him, but through YouTube, I like what he does. I like how he does things. I submitted some cards in his latest, in the July PSA submission to him. And if you want to do PSA submissions now, you need to go through Mike O, by the way. Does a great, we'll be doing a great job. Started some forums and some stuff on Facebook. But, Mike Fabian's not subscribed to my channel. There's a young lady, there's 2 women, I guess, that I follow, Indie Gal and Baseball Card Babe. And so if you haven't seen Baseball Card Babe, she's doing a lot of new stuff, does huge PSA orders. Only has a few videos up so far, but she's doing some new stuff, which is kind of cool. I don't know that I'm answering your question, Snoop, really, but what advice would I give you? Just keep doing videos. I think that if you do the more videos, not you're doing one every day necessarily because people get tired of watching you, but if you're doing videos every 2, 3, 4 days, then you're going to start getting a following, because some people are going to see you and they're going to give you shout outs. I think getting shout outs is huge. Well, one of the best ways to get shout outs is to send care packages and, find out what guys like and send them pack. Don't send me anything. I'm serious. I actually absolutely mean that. I'm good. But please, don't send anything to me. But if you want to start getting some followers, that's one way to do it. So back to ballparks. Let's talk some ballparks because, again, I've been to 30, which is a lot. I haven't been to the A's, which somebody said you're not missing anything. I believe it, and I haven't been to Tropicana either, and I don't think I'm missing anything there. But I still need to go. And then there's Safeco Field, which I heard is awesome, and I have plans to go to Safeco in a year or so. And then I need to go back to Atlanta because I haven't been to the SunTrust Park yet, which opened this year. So those are the only 4 active places I've been. And there you go. Micah, good comments. Make comments on other, subscribe to other YouTubers, and they're going to see that you subscribe to them, and they're going to be like, well, who's this guy? And they may go check you out and do some stuff. Hey, here's my son coming in. I'm live on YouTube, Palmer.
Oh, cool.
There's my son, Palmer.
How many people are watching?
13
Oh.
right now are watching.
Hi, guys, to all 13 people out there.
He's a senior in high school, so... All right, go away.
I want to talk about cards.
You want to talk about cards?
I mean, what about cards? What do y'all want to know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's cool is I'm kind of checking out over here. I got it muted so I can't hear myself.
Yeah, but you can see the live chat.
But I can see all the chatting. I can see it down here, but it's harder to see.
Yeah.
So
and right there, you can scroll through and actually.
Exactly. So, just kind of check stuff out. I can go back if I miss something up here, right?
What are they asking? I don't have my glasses on, so
we're talking about ballparks right now. What's your favorite ballpark?
Globe Life, or what's the name of the Diamondbacks one?
Chase Field?
Yeah, or Minute Maid.
In Houston?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like Diamondbacks, the Chase Field. I like it a lot. I don't know what about it. It's just something about it was cool.
What about new Yankee Stadium?
It's Yankees. Yankees are gross. Who likes the
Yankees cards is on here. He's gonna love it. Oh, Petco, beautiful park. Petco which is in San Diego, Palmer. Most beautiful park I've ever been to.
I like the
Easily.
Rockies one. I mean, we walked it one time.
Yeah, I've been there to a game. What else? What else do you like? You've been to Yankee. You've been to a lot, actually.
I've been to probably 5 or 6.
At least.
At least.
So.
I like the Diamondbacks one. That guy got the 3 home runs.
You went to L.A. You went to both parks in L.A.
Yeah.
Dodgers and Angels.
They were both nasty because it's California.
Jeez.
California's full of commies.
Palmer, careful, man. What else?
What else?
I don't know.
I collect Allen and Ginter.
He does. He's a Ginter guy. Which there's a guy on here named Mike O, and he's a huge Ginter guy.
Yeah.
He has a lot of signed Ginter cards.
Ginter Brothers. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
You know, all about them wooden ones.
Yep.
I don't have any though. But
okay. Well, go do your homework or something. Good grief.
I don't have any. I finished it all.
Well, let me talk to my peeps here.
I want to talk to them. They're cool.
But you don't know any of them.
I can get to know them.
Do we look alike? He's my son. He's got more hair than me, that's for sure, right?
But not here, you know. Just more hair here.
That's right.
He's got more hair.
Well, I was only planning on going about 30 minutes.
How long has it been?
33 minutes so far.
That's good.
So, they're saying you need to...
What?
He said you have a better beard. Who has a better beard? Somebody's saying...
or my dad?
Me? I've never been to Shea Stadium, Kevin.
Which one's Shea?
That's the Mets.
Oh, gross.
I went to both Yankee stadiums. And new Yankee Stadium, honestly, come on, Palmer, it's pretty cool looking. Even if, yes, we hate the Yankees.
Yeah,
I've bred you to hate the Yankees, but
yeah,
you got to respect the
was
stadium.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
I will agree. We got to sit in all 3 levels, so
that's true.
it's pretty convenient.
Micah says Shea was terrible, which is good. I never went to Shea, but I did go to the new Citibank Park or whatever they call it now for the Mets. Trying to think of retired ballparks that I've been to.
Have you shown them the ball yet, or no?
I have shown them the ball.
Oh, okay.
I did a video on that a long time ago.
Okay.
Yep. So, let's see, what else? You're silly. I can't believe you're in here. What else, Palmer?
I don't know. What else?
I don't know either.
My favorite player is DeShields.
Delano DeShields?
Man,
cool. He's fast, isn't he?
That's why he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I envy that. I wish I was fast like that.
He is really fast.
He's cool.
Um,
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Hall of Famer?
Favorite Hall of Famer, of course, Nolan Ryan and Pudge.
Because they're Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're such a homer.
What do you mean?
A homer's like a guy that only roots for
Yeah. I mean,
local people.
I like the Diamondbacks.
Jeez. And you're a big CFL person. You like
Yeah,
the Canadian Football League.
And hockey.
And hockey, yes.
But I hate watching football. But I play it.
Which is really weird. So
I can't stand it because I see all the mistakes that they make. Whereas hockey and baseball, I don't see any mistakes, so I can enjoy it.
in football, you know what they're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
I know
Right?
exactly how they're supposed to be doing it and everything, and so then I'm like, I get angry at them. Whereas with baseball and hockey, I don't know. So I'm just like, well, that's impressive. I can't do that.
That's right. Hey, here's a trivia question for you. Somebody said the Washington Senators. I'll ask you or my peeps.
Yeah.
The Washington Senators used to be the Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the Rangers came from Washington as the Senators.
Mm.
The Senators also left Washington one time before and went to another place. Do you know where they went and what team they became?
I feel like I know this, but I don't.
That's right, Maxa.
What is it?
The Twins, the Minnesota Twins. Yep.
Don't they have like the worst record in the MLB right now?
The Twins?
Yeah.
No, they're actually in the playoffs.
Was it
like
wasn't it last year they had like an awful record?
I think so. They were terrible.
Like they were like negative in the record or something.
But their manager is a Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor. And they are right now, if the season ended today, they'd be in the playoffs. So
How about the Rangers?
no. 2.5 out.
Oh,
So
that's a shame.
it is a shame. Well, I'm gonna probably talk for a couple more minutes.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. Bye, y'all.
All right.
Make sure he does a Q&A with me and my sister someday. It'll be fun.
That would be fun. See you, bud.
Bye.
Remember Big Frank Howard? Man, that guy could hit. He's actually in the set registry for greatest 50 sluggers all time. Greatest sluggers, whatever. Interesting experience for me. I have to admit, I'm a little out of my league, out of my element, I think, doing this live stuff. It's better, I think, if you have somebody that you can talk to during the live session. If you're just doing it on your own. I've watched some of Mike's. He's really good at it, Mike O's, but I'm apparently not. Maybe I'll get better the more I do it. And the more people you have on that are, typing in good questions and giving you things to talk about, that probably makes it better. But I will keep trying to do it if people want to hear it, and I'll be looking forward to trying to figure out how to do some joint videos. I am looking forward to, I'm going to really try to go to the National next year. Quite frankly, I just saw how much fun everybody had with the videos that they did with all the eBay people that I feel like I know. You feel like you know people through watching their channels, and you know their personalities. And I think, I'd love to have a beer with that guy. And that's a lot of the folks. I'm like, man, they just look like they had so much fun and hanging out and just talking cards and talking life. And I wouldn't mind doing that. I know a guy that works for TriStar, and he's at every show that they do. And so I get to stay with him. Really, basically, all I have to do is kind of pay for an airline ticket and get up there. So it's in Cleveland next year, so I'm definitely going to try to make that. I think I could, I hope I would add something to that. I want a beer and a hug from Mike O too. I totally agree. And maybe he'll give me a beer and a hug. How about beer first, then the hug? So, really appreciate everybody watching. Do I have any Gaylord Perry Rangers memorabilia? Let's see. Yes, we got to get Ray from Philly there. No, I don't have any Gaylord Perry memorabilia from the Rangers. I have cards of Gaylord Perry with the Rangers, but the only memorabilia you see are these jerseys. That's it. I don't really collect, balls. I hate balls because that sounded really weird. I hate collecting baseballs, because hard to store and hard to put, keep clean and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was pretty funny what I just did. So, appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to check out now, and it's closing in on 10 o'clock, and appreciate everybody watching. I'll do it again soon, I hope, and do some other videos soon. So, thanks for watching. Take care.